Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is Jamaric 5288. I don't want to be too loud because on the other takes, I was like screaming at you. Today, we're going to plant some herbs. I have lavender and I have lemongrass. They're super small seeds, and I want to show you the technique I use in order to put small seeds in each pod. What you don't want to do is just, I've been waiting for these seeds for weeks. I don't want to just drop the whole pack in there. And I've done that. I have done that. And I'm like, why do I have, 70 cucumber plants? I know some of the other YouTubers that plant and garden are like, what is she doing? She's using entirely too many seeds. But I ain't going to get into that. What we need to get into, though, is not my fiasco, not my learning process, my learning curve of overseeding. But I need you all to like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing so that you can follow me on this journey of planting out vegetables, flowers, trees, herbs, everything. I just love plants and they seem to like me too. I guess they like my energy because sometimes I'm loud, sometimes I'm super quiet, and I do talk to my plants. I'm like, come on, please give me a break. I'm trying. You'll hear me say that throughout a couple of my videos. So if you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe, and let's get on to this planting. What I'm gonna plant today is lemongrass and lavender. So I'm gonna do 2 rows of each, and I'm gonna put about 2 to 3 seeds in each pot. But I'm not gonna waste any seeds because I waited for this stuff to come in, and I don't want to have to order them anytime soon. So I want to be able to use this multiple times. So the first thing I'm going to do, let me put that in this little slot here with the rest of the stuff. Put that on top. Is I'm going to get my lavender, move my tray over so I don't spill any seeds in there. I'm going to cut a little slit in the top of this thing. And I'm going to pour some seeds out. You all have seen me before. I always use a white plate, and then I use a spear, like a shish kebab spear with a cup of water. There it is, it's open. And I'm gonna pour some seeds out. What I think is enough. Ooh, I overdid it. All right. Here we go. So I'm gonna put my seeds in a safe place where they won't spill out. So the way I do it is I get a wet spear, right? And I'm a lefty, so I need to pull it over here. Take a wet spear and I get my plate, right? Shake the stick off and I pick the seeds up with the wet point of the spear. So I don't pick up more seeds than I want. And there are 2 seeds there. You see that? Get close to the camera. I'm doing Pilates this morning. All for you. All for you. So I am going to make sure I balance this soil out. I'm gonna wipe these seeds into each pod. So I just turn my stick on there. All right, can you see me? I turn my stick on this pod and wipe it off. So what I'm gonna do on the next one is I'm gonna bring you closer to the seed tray so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. I'll put the stick back and I'm back. So up and close and personal, I already filled this one. I turned the seed tray around so that you all can see what I'm doing. Now with these small seeds, see I'm flinging the stick. With these small seeds, you want to make sure that you don't bury them too deep. And my spear doesn't want to pick them up. So I have 2 seeds on there. Bring it across so you can see. 2 little seeds on there. And I've already filled this one, so I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna wipe these seeds off into that pot. Now this one is kind of hard to see because these seeds are black and the soil is black. So that's going to be interesting. I'm going to take a little bit of dirt and cover it up a little bit. All right, so let me look at my spear, make sure I don't have any seeds on there. Put it back in the water, fling it off, go back to my plate. All right, and I'm gonna pick up some more seeds. See that? I picked them up. Then we'll go to the next pod. We'll wipe it off. Make sure I got them off. Move a little bit of dirt to the side. Wet my stick again. Pick up 2 more seeds. The wet stick will just, it's like a magnet to those seeds. There you go, I got 2 on here. Maybe I'll do 3 in the next pot. Okay. I'm going to this pod, wipe it off. Now you might have a question on how I'm going to water it. I always use, first I do wet the soil, but I use a mister. And this mister is a mister that you buy for your hair. You know, you just put water in and you spray it and it just mists water out. So it's pretty good mister for both my hair and for the seeds. So I'm just wiping this thing off to make sure I got them off. Wet my stick again. Turn this thing around so y'all can see. Pick up some more seeds. Go to this third pod, wipe them off. Make sure they're gone. Good. Wet my stick again. Fling it. Pick up some more seeds and wipe it off. Stick it in the water, fling it. Get some more seeds. Put it in there. Rotate it. There we go. Put it in some water, fling it. Now I lost my space. I don't know where I was. I guess one of them may have 6 because I don't know. I don't want a chance just wasting my time watering this thing. So I'm just going to rub it right there. Make sure all the seeds are off. Rub it again. Swivel, swivel, swivel. Just turning the stick, trying to drop them off, dropping off the seeds. Rubbing it off. Stick it back in the water, fling it. Pick up some more seeds. Rub them off. Make sure they're all gone. Ooh, there's dirt. The only problem I have with these trays is that sometimes the roots travel from one pot to another because there's little slots in between this thing, but it's okay. They were free, so what am I complaining about, huh? Wet my stick. Pick up some more seeds. And rub them off. Wet it. Oh, come on. Now it's giving me a problem. Now that I'm getting to the end. Is this the end? Y'all remember New Edition? I used to think they were so cute. All right. There we are. And I'm rubbing it in. Now I got that song stuck in my head. Where did that come from? I could see Ralph. Was it Ralph? Yeah, I think it was Ralph. I was like, man, all of them are ugly, but Ralph is kind of cute. Ralph Trans Van. I forget what his name was. I thought he was the only one who had talent in that group. I was wrong. All of them had talent in different aspects of talent. Some of them were business smart. Other ones, you know, some of them could sing. But they all had their individual talents. Never know who people gonna be. I thought that he was gonna leave the group and become a big old star. Boy, was I wrong. All right. Things don't always turn out as expected. Did I just drop a seed on the table? Okay, I got one seed left. No seed left behind. You see that little seed there? That little black spot? That's a seed. No seed left behind. I'm having too much fun this morning. So, I have all of my lavender planted. Make sure I don't leave anything on the stick because I may have inadvertently picked up some more seeds while I was trying to rub those off. Make sure. I don't care what pot it goes into as long as it's in there. Okay. So the lavender seeds are planted in these 2 rows here. And this is what I do with the spray bottle. You see that? It mists. I'm seeding them in there by misting. I don't want them to blow off or move. I want them to stay right there. Right where they are. And I do this several times a day while the small seeds are germinating. I keep the top of the soil wet. You may call me obsessive compulsive, but it works for me. So every time I think about it, and every time it looks dry, I start spraying like a mad woman. Don't judge me. Okay, so our lavender are right here. Let me put a little thing. This thing is happy, whatever, happy gardener or something. I can't read it right now. My eyes have not adjusted yet. So these 2 are done. These 2 rows are done. All right, so let's go to the other side. This one is our lemongrass. The seed looks totally different, and it's going to be easier for me to identify because those seeds are light brown. Let me go ahead and try to get this thing down. They won't move either. They're stuck to the top of the package. I'm gonna turn it this way so I can see it, so I don't cut in these seeds by accident, because they're right there on the top. It's like they're stuck there. All right. So I got the packet open. Let me see. Here it is. Okay. These seeds seem like they could blow away in the wind, like a dandelion. That's what they remind me of, dandelion seeds. Oh, you know, I tried to get a little bit, and the whole clump came out. So I gotta move them around, separate them. Yeah, these are like dandelion seeds. Look at that. It's gonna be interesting trying to get these in separate compartments because they're all stuck together. I should have known when I'm glad I didn't do this outside because they're all blown away. Should have known when they were sticking to the top of the package. So there they are. That's what they look like. Okay, this is gonna be easier to get into the slots. Take my little stick, my little wet stick. Make sure I fling it real good because these are gonna connect real quickly to the stick. See, now I got more than I wanted. I might have on there 3. I'm gonna take 4 of these. So they're on the stick, and I'm gonna start right here and wipe them off. This time I can see them, which is a good thing. Wet my stick, fling it off, pick up some more seeds. I think I have about, oh, I dropped them. Okay, I think I have like 5 of them on there. It's okay. I am not going to get upset about that. I dropped off 2 there. I'm gonna drop off 2 here, 2 or 3 here. Get my stick, fling it off. Pick up some more seeds. Man, it's hard because I'm picking up more than I want. But I also dumped more than I wanted, so I'm gonna rub these off. Tap my stick. I'm over here, I'm right here. I'm gonna take my wet stick, and the wet stick just picks them up. I mean, it's like a magnet. There it is, they're on there. And where was I? So I see some here. I don't see any here. Some right here. Just rubbing them off. They're in there. Make sure I got all of them off the stick. Go back in the water. Shake it off. Make sure I don't breathe too hard, because if I breathe too hard, it'll pick up. It'll make them move. I have some on a stick. Dropping them off. Fling my stick, make sure I don't have a bunch of water on there. Got some on there. Wipe them off. Wet my stick. Pick them up. Drop them off. Feel like a bus driver. What stop do you get off on? Where's your badge? Where's your color for what bus stop you're supposed to get off on? I know they got color codes in some of the schools now. I remember when I was a kid, they ain't do none of that. They didn't care where you got off. And I'm like, well, I shouldn't say they didn't care, but your parents had to come to the bus stop, pick you up. All right. If they want you to get off on the right bus stop. I mean, some parents here in Texas, they still do that. I see them out there in the morning waiting with their children when the children get on the bus and when the children come over. Some kids are not even little kids, they're big kids. I guess because of the way society is today, parents are very careful with their children, and I don't blame them. Especially for the ones that live on the side of the highway. We have had to stop on. I have had to stop on several highways because people's houses were along the bypass road, and the bus would stop right there, and everybody has to stop in Texas. If a bus is stopped, you cannot pass it. You have to stay right there until they take that little sign and bring it in. I don't know how it is in other states, but that's you pass a bus in Texas, you're gonna get you in trouble. Okay, that and speeding in the school zone, man, they take that very seriously. Even if the school is on the side of a highway, which a lot of them are, or on a busy road, they're on the main roads, and the kids are coming from their houses, which are on the other side of the highway. I need this thing to split up. There's a big old clump of dirt. Okay. So I have a whole bunch of them right here that I don't know what to do with. So I'm gonna try to distribute them throughout these areas. I have at least, see, this is what I'm talking about. I didn't fling it right, and now I got a big old thing of water on the tray. To me, it's real little, but for the seed, it's a lot of water. Picking this up, I'm dropping these three off. There you go. Take that, fling it off, fling it. Move this seed around so I can get to it. All right, pick them up and put them down. Carefully. Once I wet this thing, they'll be seeded, but right now they're just hanging on by a thread. The only thing that's keeping them down is gravity. If I blow too hard, they'll blow away. Pick these three up. There we go. Fling it, pick this up, and put it down. One more, or two more seeds are on the plate. That are gonna be hard to pick up. There's one. So I'm gonna put them right here. Okay. All of them are in. Now it's time to spray them. And this, even the little mist is moving these seeds around. That's the funny thing. I'm looking at them moving. I'm looking at them moving. All right, my hand is getting a cramp. Hold the bottle, Jamaica, hold the bottle. Make sure I push them down a little bit. Stay in there, seeds. Stay in there. They're right on top of the soil, all of them. Push it down. And this stuff is really, as long as I'm not picking up seeds on my finger, push them down. A lot of air in this soil. Pack them down. You see how much air is in this thing? There, I mean, I'm tamping them down quite a bit. After I finish patting them down, I'm gonna make sure that I don't have any seeds on my finger, because I'm gonna go over to the lavender and I'm gonna do the same thing. Look at that big old stick. Okay. There we go. Okay. So that one, so that side is done. This is taking a long time, huh? I'll pat that. This is the lavender side, the front. I'm patting those down because there's a lot of air in that soil, and I need them to, the roots to have, I'm not smashing it, but I'm getting some of that air out of there. It's too light and fluffy. Bring it down. Bring it down a bit. There's a log. There we go. Rub my finger off to make sure I'm not carrying any seeds with me. Remember, these seeds, the lavender seeds, were black, so I can't see them well. So I'm trying to get all what I think is dirt off my finger, because there may be seeds on my finger now. And what I'm gonna do is take this thing and spray my finger off. How about that? That's sheer desperation right there. Spray them again. Mist them again. Okay. And that concludes it. I'm gonna mark these little markers, and I know that this is lavender and I know that this is lemongrass. So this is Jamerica 5288. I'm holding the camera up now. So I'm so glad that you all stayed with me for this part. I'm going to start another video for the other one because I don't want this to be too long. But I want to let you know that I appreciate you being with me on this journey of planting stuff out. I have my lavender and my lemongrass, and I love lemongrass, and lavender, I love the smell. So this is going to be fun. I'll let you follow me on the progression of these plants, just like I did with the callaloo, the bok choy, and the Chinese cabbage. I'm sure it'll come up. These are going to stay in the house until they sprout, and then I'll slowly move them outside to harden them off. It's early in the morning. I can't talk. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.